Hello, that was Fresh Air by Andrew Eales. This is the B1 piece of the ABRSM Piano Grade 1 exam pieces for 2022 to 2023. This is a floaty gentle piece in 4/4 time, going at a moderate pace with crotchets equals 98. There are no sharps or flats in the key signature, so just the white keys here, but we do have the occasional F sharp on our left hand. We have two 8-bar phrases which starts off similarly, and then a 4-bar ending phrase. Let's first look at bar 1 to 4. We start off the piece in MP, so moderately soft. The left hand here is fairly simple, just two semi-briefs stacked on top of each other in each bar. A semi-brief is 4 beats, so that's for the whole bar. We just need to play them at the same time at the same volume. We don't want to have a delay between the two notes, or having one stronger than the other. So we just want them to be stable. We can do this by gently placing the hand on and off, where the fingers are touching the keys at the same time when they come up and down. So we're not leaning towards one side or having our fingers at different lengths. So making sure that your fingers are curved so that they make good contact. The right hand has the melody on top, and the slur going over the bar tells us it's a smooth 2-bar singing like phrase. We have a crotchet, then 2 quavers, followed on by either 2 crotchets in bar 1 or a minim in bar 2. So the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's not all we're doing with our right hand. We also have a semi-brief E note played by our thumb in bar 1. What this means is we have to hold this E note for the whole bar while the melody is being played above. But when we get to bar 2, we need to let go of the thumb because the note doesn't extend past bar 1 and 2. So here's a demo of the right hand of bar 1 and 2. And with our left hand as well. The third bar is the same as the first bar, while the fourth bar has a different rhythm, having a dotted minim and then a crotchet. A dot after any note adds half the value of the note before it. In this case, a dotted minim is a minim, which is 2, plus a crotchet, which is 1/2 of 2. So the rhythm in bar 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're also crescendoing as indicated by the hairpin on these 2 bars, going from an MP to an MF, moderately soft to moderately loud. So demo from bar 3 to 4. Then we have another idea in the next 4 bars. Bar 5 to 7 have the same rhythm and melody shape. The left hand carried on the semi-brief 4-beat stubborn notes from before, while the right hand has a new rhythm, having 2 crotchets and then a minim. So the rhythm becomes now this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 crotchets are slurred, meaning that they are played smoothly, and you can even make the second note a little bit lighter by lifting it with a circular motion. Just lifting your wrist up. So putting together the left and the right hand together in bar 5 to 7. Bar 8 is different to the 3 bars before. The semi-brief is now being played on the right hand, and the left hand combines two things with the right hand we've done previously. The first is the sustained bass note. This time it is the F sharp being played by the pinky. Now the pinky is generally the weaker finger, so we need to play a little bit stronger or play the higher parts quieter. The second thing is the rhythm. It is the reverse of the rhythm we have in bar 5 to 7 in the right hand, having the minim first and then 2 crotchets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We also have a hairpin telling us to get quieter throughout the bar. So bar 8. The second phrase has a near identical first 4 bars compared to the first phrase. The only difference is that in bar 10, the minim is now an F-A note instead of just an A note. Then in bar 13, it is the same as bar 5. But starting from bar 16, we have something different. The left hand is tied to bar 15, meaning that we don't need to play the 2 semi-briefs again, just holding on from bar 15. The right hand, we have a rest on the first beat to move our thumb to the G note where the third finger previously was. So we can use the third finger as reference, closing our hand so the fingers touch, and then using the thumb to play the G note. Don't forget that there is a hairpin there as well, so we're going to get louder from an MF, mezzo forte, to an F, a forte mediumly loud to loud. In bar 15, we have 2 minim chords, so 2 beats each. We just need to be careful of the F sharp on the left hand on the second chord. Then in bar 16, we have a semi-brief on the top and the bottom. Again, meaning that we have to hold it for the whole bar, while in the middle, the 2 minims take a step down. There is a hairpin with the pointy end on the right, so we're going to get quieter from loud where we were in the bar before. So a demo from bar 13 to 16. And finally, the ending phrase. Here we actually swap the melody into the left hand, where it is doing a rhythm similar to bar 5 and 6. On the right hand, it is just a note and a chord, although we do need to make sure that the transition between the bar from the 4th finger C note to a 1st finger C and a 4th finger F is smooth. So we start off with the C note being played with our 4th finger. And while we're doing that, we want to close our hands so that the fingers touch, holding on to the C note with our thumbs. We've transitioned from a 4 to a 1. And then finding the F note with our 4th finger. So that when we get to the beat 1 of bar 18, we're already ready to play the next note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm preparing a note before I actually need to play them. So demo for bar 17 to 18. Finally, we have the last 2 bars, and there's a few things going on in there. Both hands have a similar concept where you have the initial note, which you hold on to, and then you add note afterwards. So the right hand, we have an E and a B note, which we're going to add a G note afterwards in bar 20. And in the left hand, we have a G note to start off with, and then adding a bottom C note on beat 3 of bar 19, not on bar 20. And then you're going to hold on to these notes for afterwards. So putting both hands together. we have the last and final hairpin from piano going even quieter than we have before. It is important that on the C and the G note we add later on is quieter than the chord itself. You also have a pedal sign starting from bar 19 until the end. This is the sustain pedal, the pedal on the right hand side, and we want to press it after we've played the chord. If we press it right on the beat, we could accidentally catch the notes from bar 18 if you didn't release your notes fast enough, and that will make the end of the piece messy like this. So if you play the pedal on the beat with the chord, then it is possible to catch the F, which would then clash with the rest of the chord. So we don't really want that. We want to press the pedal after the chord. So we go note, pedal. You can even go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would give you a clean chord to end the piece. And that's the end of the piece. Well, that was the tutorial on Fresh Air by Andrew Eales. This is a weightless and floaty piece. We don't really have any fast notes or low notes, which helps out bring our song-like phrase on the melody. For this piece in particular, we want to be seated properly and be ready to use the pedal before we start the piece, even though the pedal is only being used in the last bar. This will help prevent panic, shuffling and disturbance when you need to press the pedal. Hopefully that was useful to you. This is the first of the Grade 1B pieces. Check out the A pieces that I've already done and the other pieces in the playlist when they're up. I also have videos on other hobbies as well as tutorials for the flute exam pieces, so check those out if you're interested. Give a like and subscribe if you like what I did here. Put a comment down below if you want me to go over anything specific or if you want to share your own tips and tricks with your fellow viewers. I'll see you in the next video on Master of None. Bye!